Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our annual spring concert for the Haslett Middle School bands. On stage, we have the sixth grade band. We'll start off the program. The purpose of this evening's concert is to show all of the growth that the three grade levels have completed this school year, starting from the very beginning of the year, with the group on stage, just learning how to play an instrument, how to put it together, their first 5 notes. And tonight I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. We'll be actually playing some real band arrangements. We're going to start off with a fanfare. This is a fanfare kind of to start the concert. We're going to break it up and make it into a round. So you're going to hear 4 different groups enter at different times to create harmonies. It's a great learning tool to start to learn to play independent parts. Because we can all learn the melody, the same thing together, and then we can break it up and then do it in a round. So we hope you enjoy this number 51 fanfare. The next tune we're going to perform is a folk song. It's entitled Hill and Gully Rider. This one is an actual band arrangement, a short one, albeit. But this one will explore our percussion section, which just started on their instruments in January. They transitioned off of a woodwind or brass instrument to percussion, and so you're going to hear toms, you're going to hear bass drum, claves, maracas, some auxiliary instruments. So we hope you enjoy Hill and Gully Rider.
Good evening. The next piece we have is titled Enchantment by Brian Balmages. And this is another band arrangement piece. It's a little bit longer, but you'll hear all these different ideas happening all at the same time. It's very, very cool.
In honor of last Sunday, which has become kind of a national holiday, Star Wars Day that is, we would like to perform the two main themes to John Williams' original Star Wars soundtrack. So we hope you enjoy Star Wars. So our final tune of the evening is Rock.com, which is, I don't know if you recall back a couple of concerts, I think it was in the fall, we did Hard Rock Blues. This is like the cousin to that piece. So what do you think? A lot of improvement from the last time you saw them? Yeah. All right, so please enjoy Rock.com. We're going to kick off the 7th grade portion of the concert with another movie theme, and this is the theme to Jurassic Park. While we transition to our next piece, I would like to recognize a few students who have gone above and beyond just what the regular class requirements are. And back almost a month ago, in April, we had many students that went to the District Solo and Ensemble Festival at Onstead High School. And so if you participated 7th grade in solo and ensemble, would you please stand up for recognition? All solo and ensemble participants. And then we had one student out of the 7th grade band who recorded an audition and sent it into the MSBOA District 8 to see if she could get into the honors band, and she was accepted on tenor saxophone. So Adeline Poplar, please stand for recognition. The honors band took place this past weekend. On Saturday, they had an all-day rehearsal, and then on Sunday, a short kind of warm-up rehearsal, and then the concert. So truly thankful for our students that are taking these opportunities to participate in these extra things. We are going to kind of change the mood of things, and our next piece is entitled Ancient Voices. And this one kind of stretches the ensemble. It's not any particular culture or anything in the past, but it's just, I guess you can make of it what you think. But the tonalities of this are pretty dissonant, kind of clashy, and I think that's kind of cool for the students to kind of hear and learn how to play dissonant stuff instead of just consonant pieces. And some of the rhythms and the entrances, a lot of times on beat 2, it's kind of uncomfortable to start something on beat 2. Everybody always kind of gravitates to beat 1. And so this one kind of stretches. You're going to hear the percussion section almost acting as a percussion ensemble throughout the piece. And so we hope you enjoy Ancient Voices.
our final piece, we're preparing to go into battle. This piece is called Dragonborn. I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with the video game Skyrim. We are in our house. But this is our final piece with 7th grade group. All right, so welcome to our 8th grade portion of our concert. The first piece that we'll start off with is Spider-Man No Way Home, which is the main theme.
While we're transitioning to our second tune, I would like to recognize in the 8th grade band the students who participated in the District Solo and Ensemble Festival last month. So if you performed at District Solo and Ensemble, please stand up. For 6th grade parents out there, that's something that can start in the 7th grade. So next year, probably about the time we're shoveling snow in late January, early February, there'll be a sign up for that, and that's an optional thing. It's not a have to, but look for that. We also had 2 students in the 8th grade band that participated in the district honors band last Saturday and Sunday. So can I have Kirsten Larson and Calvin Lanoweski stand up? And then one more recognition. Last January, so last fall in October, we had a student audition for the Michigan MSBOA All-State, and this is the whole state, where they submit recorded auditions and an adjudicator listens and then chairs the band. And we had Easton Vessel was in the Michigan Middle School All-State band. We're going to continue kind of with our sort of movie-ish theme this evening for our concert with the main theme to Pirates of the Caribbean. Eighth grade parents, you're almost a high school parent. It's hard to believe. It's not that bad. I've been through it twice now and going through it the third time. So, but I will tell you that one of the best transitions into high school is being in the band, being in the marching band specifically. The students will have mentors in grades ahead of them. They'll have 100 friends when they start on day one of their freshman year in the big school. I also have witnessed it firsthand going from high school even into college. Students that have gotten involved right away with a collegiate marching band or a collegiate music ensemble have this instant friend group and people that they can rely on, and makes a big place kind of a small family. this doesn't just happen magically. We do need a lot of help having the marching band run in the camp specifically with getting food, just having someone there to make sure that water jugs are available so the students can fill up their water jugs, first aid, different things, meals, food, and then, of course, moving the physical operations of the marching band, getting drum major podiums out to the field, some of the extra percussion equipment and drum stands for when we're in the stands and stuff like that. We're always needing help and volunteers to help with that. And we have our, tonight to just say a few things about that. We have Missy Mullally, who is sadly graduating from our program, as her son is a senior, and I have checked all his transcripts, and I can't keep him back, so I'm sorry. Anyways, she's here just to say a few brief words about the band camp and how you can get involved as a parent.
All right. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I'm not very good at speaking in front of people, so I'll try to go slow so you can understand me. So as Mr. Larson said, my son is graduating, so unfortunately I will not be continuing on with the band. It's been a great 7 or 8 years, something like that. It's been very enjoyable. But we are looking for more parents to help out with band camp as well as with the boosters. I have some little flyers like this over on the stand. We are having a band camp parent social and info night. So any parent that has a 8th grade student up to 12th grade is welcome to join us to learn more about how you can get involved with the band, with band camp. Even just helping from home is a huge help when it comes to band camp and organizing and running it and having it go smoothly for the students. This will be a great event to get to know other band parents and see how we all work together and see how you can support the students in many different ways. The band camp social night will be on May 14th, so that's next Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. here in the band room at the high school. We're gonna have some snacks and tasty treats to enjoy while we're, having a little conversation. No pressure, but we really would like to see as many of you there as we can. That, I think, is it.
All right, before we close with our last piece, I do incoming freshman parents or 8th grade parents right now. If you look at the back half of your program, there are some upcoming events for 8th grade. On May 22nd is our Viking Marching Band registration night. So that starts at 6 p.m., so hopefully you can make that. And we do have some drumline workshops and pre-camp, mini-camp, and band camp. So if you're looking for some dates looking ahead, they're all in here for you. I do wanted to give out some shout-outs and thank yous. We can't do this all alone, and so we are so appreciative of everybody who is willing to help the band program. It's amazing. This program is just so awesome. I'm so excited for my own kids to go through this. So thank you. But we do want to thank the Haslett Band patrons, Haslett Board of Education, Foundation for Haslett Schools, Haslett Administration, Alana Rodriguez and stage crew, the teaching staff, custodial staff, transportation, parents and volunteers, Haslett Band boosters, secretarial staff, and Joe Dutcher and the Haslett Media Productions. So thank you so much. Yep. Alrighty. Our last tune is titled Arabian Dances, and it starts off very slow and mysterious, and then there's a surprise in the middle. So I hope you enjoy. Oh, and I almost forgot to say, at the end of this concert, 6th grade, at the end of this concert, if there's anybody who is willing to rack and stack our chairs and stands and move any percussion equipment back to the band room, tonight we're a band concert, and then it has to transform into a choir concert for tomorrow. So if any help that we can get, we're very appreciative. Thank you again.